everyone, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica, and we are the Certified Occupational Therapy Assistants at Harkla.
And we're here today to share all about the compression sheet, why we love it, why we think you will love it, as well as our favorite tips, tricks, and strategies to make it go as smoothly as possible.
The compression sheet goes on your bed and it gives you a hug when you lay underneath it.
It provides that deep pressure proprioceptive input in a different way than something like a weighted blanket or a lap pad will offer.
Yeah, and it's a really soft material that's also very breathable so you don't get too hot.
So this is a great product because, like we said earlier, it provides that deep pressure proprioceptive input, it's machine washable, and it allows for movement in the bed.
Okay, so let's talk about who the compression sheet is beneficial for. Really anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much everyone, but it was designed with sensory needs in mind. So let's break it down and talk about some specifics.
So the first kiddo might struggle with falling asleep and going to bed and just completing that evening routine in general.
So it's also really great for the kiddo who struggles to stay asleep for the entire night. This is a kiddo who wakes up frequently. They can't stay asleep in their bed. They're getting up at all hours of the night, which is of course affecting your sleep as a parent. So using the compression sheet at bedtime throughout the night provides that deep pressure that's calming to the sensory system and can help them fall back asleep if they do wake up.
What type of input does the compression sheet offer? Well, it provides a lot of that deep pressure proprioceptive input that we have been talking about. So let's share what exactly that input is and why it's important.
So proprioceptive input is the pushing and pulling to your joints and your muscles and your skin. It's things like heavy work activities that use your muscles, things like massage and weight on your body. Those are all different forms of proprioceptive input.
So what's really cool about the proprioceptive system is that most people aren't over responsive to this sensory system. So that means that you aren't gonna have overreactions to this input. Most people just crave that input or seek out that deep pressure that the sheet offers. And so you can have your kiddo climb under it, you can have them put their whole body under it, just their legs, just an arm if you really want them to when they're getting used to it. But you can definitely customize how you use this product to meet your child's sensory needs.
So some kiddos take to the compression sheet right away. They love it. It's their favorite thing in their room, but some kiddos take a little bit more getting used to the compression sheet. And this can be for a variety of reasons. It could be that your child struggles with changes in routine. It could be that they struggle with new tactile and visual input. Finding out the reason why they're struggling to accept this new item is going to be the first key.
So let's break it down from a sensory standpoint as to why they might be fearful.
And then once you figure out the why, that can help you identify the best ways to introduce it to your child so that they can learn how to use it, learn the benefits of it, and learn to love it.
And learn to sleep longer too.
Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, so if your child is hesitant or resistive to using the compression sheet, let's talk about some ideas that you can use to introduce it and help them to use it.
So the first thing is don't force them to use it. If they are uncomfortable, validate those feelings and try modeling instead. So you climb in, you lay under and talk about how your body feels while you're using it. And then, whether you invite them to climb in with you, go for it, or if you just want to start with modeling, then that's fine too.
And then you can also have your child help you put the sheet on the bed, take it off, show them how it works, and then start incorporating it into some playtime activities when your child is calm and happy. See if they will use the sheet while they're reading, listening to music, doing puzzles, whatever their favorite activity is.
Another way that you can use it is if your child uses a sensory diet or a visual schedule or maybe an AAC device, then you can add the sensory compression sheet to their visual so they know what's expected, they know when they're going to use it, and if you want to incorporate it into some obstacle courses, then you can use it kind of during playtime as well.
Yeah, and let your child just explore and be more independent with using it. Let them use it when they feel like they need the input. And then you can also talk to them about it. If they climb in and they look really happy and content, talk about how they look and identify that with some feelings that go along with that compression sheet.
Yeah, and you can also use it as like a little sensory escape. So if they are overwhelmed during the day or uncomfortable, you can create a safe sensory space for them to climb in. You can put some of their favorite sensory activities. You can put a flashlight in there. liner, some books to read all the way under so they get that deep pressure input and they can calm their body and regroup.
Yeah, definitely. And then don't stress out too much if your child doesn't want to use it all the time. Maybe their body only needs that compression from the sheet every once in a while. Maybe they don't need it every night, and so they don't want to use it every night. That's okay.
Yeah, we need to respect them and follow their lead. Now, don't forget that it's important to make sure that your child can safely get in and out from under the sheet all on their own. If they can't do that by themselves yet, then it is not safe to use the compression sheet for them.
So once your child is comfortable using the compression sheet, now's the time to have them use it on a regular basis, and you can start identifying if it's helpful for them to fall asleep and stay asleep at night.
Now make sure that you are incorporating it during play as well. Some of our favorite activities include things like pushing something through it, like a small therapy ball through the tunnel of the compression sheet, hiding some toys and puzzles and stuffed animals inside of the sheet, and have your child climb down to the bottom and grab them and come back up to the surface and put them in the puzzle. So there's a lot of fun ways that you can use these.
Yeah, it's great for that heavy work. It's also great to just take a break in and allow your child to go under their compression sheet and decompress if they need to.
You can also have them log roll back and forth while they're underneath the compression sheet to get a little bit of that vestibular input as well. But we will talk more about that and all the fun activities that you can do with this in just a minute.
All right, so let's talk about 10 fun activities that you can do with the compression sheet. The first one is going to be to sleep.
Weird.
It was made to help with sleep challenges, so go ahead and use it during nap time and bedtime.
Yep. Another way that you can use the compression sheet is to allow your child a safe place to read and listen to music, draw, write poetry, whatever is meaningful to them. It gives them a place to escape and they can hang out.
Going along with that, you can use the compression sheet off of the bed and take it somewhere else to create a cozy corner. Whether you have a spare mattress that you can put it on or a large beanbag that you can pull it onto, using it as part of that quiet sensory space for your child to go decompress, get away from the world, to just calm and feel relaxed is a great way to use the compression sheet.
You can also put toys at the bottom of the compression sheet and have your child climb under and crawl under to the bottom, grab one item at a time, crawl back up, and do so and repeat so they get a lot of that deep pressure proprioceptive input while they are playing.
Another fun thing that you can do with the compression sheet is to practice snow angels. So having your child lay on their back or their stomach under the compression sheet and practice those arm and leg movements and coordinating them together. Now, you can do this with the compression sheet off of the bed as well. You won't get as much heavy work unless your child is a little bit bigger and you're using the smaller compression sheet, but this can be done with it on or off the bed.
Another way that you can use this as an activity is to work on log rolling inside of the sheet. So while it's on the bed, log roll from one side of the bed to the other with the arms up over the head, and you get a lot of that vestibular input as well. So we don't recommend necessarily doing this activity before bed.
No. Another fun thing you can do with the compression sheet when it's on the bed is to push items all the way through. So we really like to use a therapy ball for this one. It's definitely a good challenge. If you don't have a therapy ball, you can find other items to push all the way through.
Now, going along with that, you can use the compression sheet kind of like a tunnel. So if you can add it to an obstacle course or an activity that you have set up, then you can have your child crawl through it like it's a tunnel, and they get a lot of that input not only from the sheet, but also from crawling.
Another fun one to do is flashlight tag. So if your child is inside the compression sheet and they have the flashlight, they can shine it and you have to tap wherever they shine the flashlight, or vice versa. You have the flashlight and they have to tap wherever you shine the flashlight.
And the last one we have for you today is an IADL, and it might be a little bit obvious, but hopefully you will try this because it's just having a child help you to make the bed with the compression sheet on, and then have them take it off as well when you are changing the sheets, because that also provides a lot of opportunities for strengthening. It's hard to get on and off, but it's a great activity to include them in.
So those are our 10 favorite ways to use the compression sheet. If you try them and love them, or if you come up with new ways to use the compression sheet, let us know. Shoot us a video on Instagram at Harkla_family and show us what you're doing with it.
Now, if you have questions, we are here to help you and make your compression sheet experience as easy and seamless as possible. Don't hesitate to send us an email at support@harkla.co or find us on Instagram, send us a message on Facebook at Harkla_family. We are here to help you. It also provides something else that I can't think of.
Movement!
Movement!
It's true.
It's true. Okay. It's like overflow. My hands.
It
I'm
is.
Like,
You talk with your hands. That's
I do.
why. Yeah.
Just relaxing under the cozy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. And the last one we have for you today is an